This is a Faraday bag and it's supposed to stop your phone from being tracked, but does it actually work? Or is this more fear and marketing nonsense? What I did is I bought not one, but 3 of these various bags, and I'm going to put them to the test. And I'm also going to include the famous put your phone in a chips packet, because that's supposed to block all cell phone signals, and we're going to test it. So by the time that we're done, you will know what works, what doesn't, and what other non-Faraday options you actually have. As you can see, it's still sealed in the original package, so we're going to find out together whether this works or doesn't. This one is the cheapest one. This one is from Onver. It cost me $6.64. It's got 4.2 review rating from over 4,000 reviews. Then we've got this guy. This one is the Simcat. I'm so bad at pronouncing this. Simcat Faraday bag. It cost me $15.29. It has 4.4 review rating from 1,200 reviews. And then everybody said I need to get this one. This one is Mission Darkness. It's the non-Windows Faraday bag, which I bought at $25, and it has a 4.6 rating from over 6,000 reviews. So this one is the most popular and the most expensive. Now to test this, we're going to try a whole bunch of different connectivity tests, because not all connectivity is the same. We're going to test what happens to a cell phone connection, what happens to a Bluetooth, what happens to Wi-Fi, what happens to NFC, and we're also going to throw in a car's key fob to see what happens to that. A good Faraday bag or sleeve or a pouch should block all these signals for all of this. Okay, let's start off with making sure that we're in airplane mode, and the only connectivity that we have is Wi-Fi. Now I've got this tool called Ping Tools, and you can visually see that it's got data, it's connecting to my Wi-Fi network, and now I'm going to stick it into the Mission Darkness bag. And very important, you've got to make sure that these things are sealed correctly, because if even there's a little gap, it defeats the purpose of using these bags. So there we go, and you can clearly see that there is a gap right over there where it shows you that there is no signal during that time, the time that was in the bag. And of course, I was fast forwarding this, so you don't have to watch it just sitting in the bag. Let's do the next one. This one is the Simcat one. Same story, sealed correctly, left in the bag. This is on fast forward mode. And let's see what happens here. And once again, yep, you can see it blocked the signal. You can clearly see there's a gap right over there where it didn't have any connectivity. When I take it out the bag, it then reestablished connectivity. Now let's go look at the Onver or the Onever. I don't know how to say that still. That's the cheapest one of the lot. And it's in this little pouch. It's quite handy. And same thing. No connectivity. So even the cheapest one managed to block Wi-Fi. It's actually pretty impressive. Right, next up, let's do Bluetooth. Now, I'm currently playing a video, and you can hear it through this little Bluetooth speaker that I got from YouTube that sent it to me. Very nice of them. And now let's see what happens when we stick this into the pouches. I'm going to keep quiet so you can actually hear it happening.
A way to manipulate AI into recommending their dodgy website. Let's put a
bit of ASMR going on there, but listen to the sound. As soon as it takes out the bag, it makes a connection again.
Where I help businesses understand YouTube so they could grow their business. YouTube happens to be one of the best ways to feed that AI beast. So when somebody out there typing in who it
What's pretty impressive is just how quickly it actually loses that Bluetooth signal. And you can hear the beep every time it reconnects when I take it out the bag again.
If I was a scammer and I put my scammer hat on, could I use the exact same tactics that I use to get normal businesses, legitimate businesses?
Okay, so Bluetooth gets blocked. We see that Wi-Fi gets blocked. Let's try NFC. So here I got my Flipper 0. I'm going to read my card here and listen to that beep. Okay, you heard that beep, which means it can be read. What about if we stick it inside the bags? What happens now? Well, the mission darkness bag definitely blocks NFC from being able to be read. Right, this is the SimCat one, and that also blocks it from being read. And let's do the last one, which is the Onver, whenever, whatever. Let's see if that's read. Also not. So, just to be clear, without the bags, the car is read perfectly fine. Alright, next up, let's do a phone call. So you can hear I'm getting an incoming phone call. And now let's put that inside the bag, and we're gonna try phone my number.
Please leave your message for
Liron Segev.
So it went straight for voicemail, which means the Mission Darkness one blocked the cell phone signal. Right, let's do the next one. This one is the SimiCat one.
Please leave your message for
Liron Segev.
Same results, also voicemail, which means it's blocked the signal. And now let's do the final one, the Onver.
Please leave your message for
Liron Segev.
So once again, it blocked the cell phone signals, and as soon as I take it out the bags, it just works again. Alright, Keyfobs. Unlock the car, lock your car. You know how Keyfobs work. So if we stick them inside the first bag, the Mission Darkness one, let's seal that up, and nothing. Let's do the next one. This is the SimCat one. Let's see if we're going to get the same results. Yep, block those signals. And now, the cheapest one, the one I can never pronounce, same thing. Now, let's just do double check to make sure it actually does work. Let's take it out again. There we go. So before we try the chips packet, which I'm looking forward to, what we just saw was pretty impressive. At all three price points, we got good Faraday bags. All three blocked all the signals every single time. But there is still one issue. Obviously, when the phone is inside the bag, you get no connectivity, which is kind of the point. But it also means that you can't use your phone and you're not contactable. But what if that's a problem for you? What if you still want your privacy, but also don't want to be tracked and still want to be able to use your phone? Well, then you got a couple of options here. The first is using a cellular provider that doesn't collect your info. I use Cape, which is a cellular provider whose entire mission is to give us our privacy back. They don't sell your data because they simply don't collect it. So there is nothing to sell. If you sign up to use their service, they don't even ask you the usual million questions that every other provider asks. You don't even have to show your government ID, and the credit card payment is handled separately as well. Their entire system is built around privacy and security, and unlike every other provider that is able to track you, sometimes down to a street level, with Cape, the closest bit of info that they have is the tower that you connect to. So at best, they know the tower, and the radius around that tower could be a couple of miles. They're not going to track you down to a street level because they don't have that information. I've got a whole video about Cape, which I will link to at the end here. Now, if you don't want to change your provider and you're okay with them selling your data, at least make it difficult for them to do that by using a more secure conscious phone like Graphene OS. Again, I've got a whole video on that, which I'm going to link to at the end here. So if you still want to use your phone, you still want to live in today's society, but you still want to protect your data, those are definitely a couple of options that you need to look at. Now let's talk about putting your phone inside a chips packet. We see this in the movies all the time. Is that a real thing or is that not? Okay, in hindsight, I maybe shouldn't have chosen Cheetos, but okay, let me just dump the phone in there, secure it up so there's no leakage off my phone. Let's make a phone call. Okay, so we know this thing is absolute bullshit. Not sure how this rumor started, but there you have it. So dump the chips packet idea. I've got a link to the Faraday bags below. You can go check them out. I've also got a link to Cape here, and check out this Cape video right over here, or the graphene phone somewhere up here, I think. Give the video a quick thumbs up before you head out. I'll see you this video, that video. I'll see you over there. Let's go.